Hello everyone, wishing you a happy new year. And today in this video we'll see how we can work on let's say account form. In the account form we have a subgrid called contact form. So after selecting the related contacts from the account, I want to have a button, custom button, which will unlink both the account and the contact. Just to show you, let's see, this is a trial instance. Okay, this is a fresh trial instance, and here we have this account. If you come here and let's open any of this account, okay, and this is I think the out of the box account created. Now if you come down, you see we have this is a subgrid. Let's say this is subgrid, or I think we have contacts here. Now you can see the associated contacts of this account. Now if I click on this button, here we are getting the option to activate, deactivate, delete contact and all. But instead of this functions, I want to have my own function which will work according to my requirement. So let's say instead of activating or deactivating, if I click on the activate or let's say deactivate, what it will do is it is showing me a dialog box, and then it is deactivating this contact record from this account. The functionality is similar, but instead of deactivating it, I want to click this, and let's say I have another entity called what do you call that, fruits, and in the fruit we have apple, banana, something and all. So from there I want to what do you call that, link the fruits as well as unlink them. So here I want to have one custom button. Okay, and on the click of this custom button, what it will do is it will check if there is any relationship between this account and this contact. If it is there, then it is going to make it as a null. Okay, that's what we are going to do. So for that, first of all, we need to have the ribbon workbench so that we can create a custom button. And after creating the custom button, we are going to develop a subgrid in this account. Right now this is, I think this is not the one which I'm going to show you from the scratch. So we'll put a subgrid, and we'll see how we can configure the JavaScript to get the form context, and in the form context how you can refer that particular selected record from the subgrid, and how we can retrieve, like if there are multiple records selected. So all those things we are going to configure through the ribbon workbench as well as JavaScript. Okay, that is the whole scenario. Now first of all, as a prerequisite, you need to have the ribbon workbench. So for that, in case if you do not have, you just need to go to the let's go to the solution, and in the solution we have the options of import solution, right? So first I'm going to show you the way how we can install the ribbon workbench first in our Dynamics 365 solution, and what are the limitations, what are the things should be present inside the solution so that it can be loaded properly into the ribbon workbench. So to download it, first of all, we have a link. Let's go to ribbon workbench. Okay, ribbon workbench. It's not going to take much time. Developer.net, I think this is the official one. Just click on the download, let it. Okay, while downloading it, you may need to provide some, just give it some random, hold on, sorry, just give, okay, let it be, give something. And the version you need to select as Power Apps. Okay, once this is done, click on this and generate download link. So now I think here we have the download link. Just click on the download and save it somewhere in your local disk. Okay, now once it is downloaded, just I'm canceling it because I have already downloaded it. Once it is downloaded, you come to your this Dynamics 365, go to the advanced setting, and in the advanced setting, I think the same interface will come, this one. Here also both are the same. So just go to your solutions and import the solution whatever you have downloaded. So import, and this is a managed solution first of all. So go to downloads, hold on, so select your file from here, just click on open, and now it's going to take few minutes or seconds depending upon the region and your internet speed. Just click on next, click on import. Yeah, and now it's going to start downloading and getting all the solution components. Now it may take around I think 2 to 5 minutes. So let's just wait for some time. Okay, so it is imported successfully to our Dynamics environment. Okay, Now click on close. In the background there may be some operations going on, but as of now this is done. So now once you have installed this one, just go to the solutions, and here we'll be getting an option of ribbon workbench. So we need to go there, and also we need to have a separate solution. We are going to create a separate solution that only we are going to use in the ribbon workbench. If you try to load any other solution, suppose here we have the solutions called, not this one, hold on, I think we have default solutions or some other solutions if you are working, right? Those things, if you try to load in the ribbon workbench, it's not going to load. It need to have the minimal thing. The minimal thing is just the form or the entity. You should not have any views or some JavaScript or plugins, whatever. Nothing should be there. It should be just empty with the entity name, entity or data. So here we have the ribbon workbench. Click on this. Now we are going to create a custom button. And here let's create, for that let me just show you. Suppose if this is the existing solution out of the box, so if I try to load this and if I try to edit it, see, for performance reason this solution cannot be loaded. Yeah, so this is the thing you need to keep in mind. First of all, we need to create a new solution. Just click on the new, and I'm going to give a name as Dynamics Power. Publisher, let's select the default publisher, version 1.0.0. okay, I'm gonna save and close. And in this one we are going to work on the account entity, right? Account entity, and we need to have account as well as we're going to work with the contact, right? Because I want to have the contact subgrid in this account, like this one. Okay, here this is another tab, but I want to have in the same summary. So let's come here in the solution. We have Dynamics Power. I'm going to add both the entity in this. Just click on add existing entity. Cool. And we have account and another one. What is that? Contact. Okay. Click on OK, and there will be two check boxes which should not be marked. It should be unchecked. So uncheck, click on next, and that's all finished. So once you have created your solution with this just a minimal thing of that entity name, then we can load that. Once again, click on finish. Okay, this is done. So I'm just gonna, okay, I'm going to make it as a tab, not this one. And here in this ribbon workbench, let's close this one. In the ribbon workbench, search your solution and load it. Now it is going to import the solution into the ribbon workbench, and it will show you the two entity. Okay, what are the buttons available in that entity, and in that entity I think in that form we'll be having option to edit home grid, form, main form, as well as subgrid. Okay, so main form is nothing but this one. If you come here, see this button, save, open organization chart, deactivate, and all these are entity form. One second. These are entity form buttons, command bar. Okay, so here I think it has already loaded. See this one, we have the form account tab. This say view, the last one, it represents this one, form. Now if you see another one, we have subgrid. So subgrid is nothing but, suppose we have this account, and here if you add any subgrid of let's say lead, opportunity, or contact, anything, that is going to be the subgrid of that lead, account, whatever the X entity. Okay, and now finally comes the home. So this is nothing but, if you go to this one, let's say accounts. Okay, now this button, whatever you are seeing here, this is home grid button. So if you have to work like a selection of all the records and all, and then you want to trigger something on the click of this button, then you can just go and edit in the ribbon workbench. So to create a button right now, I'm just going to add a button in this one. Just you have to drag and drop it. Hold on. Okay, instead of account we need to work on the contact, right? Because the subgrid is going to be of the contact. So click on this and Okay, from here, sorry, this is not the place. From here you need to drag it here, and I'm going to give the name as, let's say, unlink, because I want to unlink account with the that related contact. Unlink, here you need to give some name as same. Fine, unlink. I'm just gonna copy this, and remember, whenever you create any button, you need to attach with the command. Right now there is no any command attached with it, right? So if you try to, even if you try to publish it, it's not going to show in the account here, okay, or whatever in the subgrid. So make sure you assign any command. So first of all, let's create a command. Let's give it as a name, give it a name as unlink command. Okay, and come back to the button, add the command. Okay, so right now we have added a button in the subgrid. Now just for your show purpose, I'm going to add a button here as well. Let's give it a name as just a button, and it should be test button. Okay, and I'm going to publish it now. So once you publish it, now it's going to take a few minutes, 2 3 4 5 minutes, whatever, and then only it's going to reflect it here. So in case if you want to see how like when the solution import and export has started, just go to the solution, and in the history you should be able to see the timings. See, right now the export has started, then import will happen, then publication something and will happen. So right now I'm just going to pause this video. Import is happening, then export will happen, something and all. So pausing the video, and I'll resume it after 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, so now you can see the publish is successful now here. Don't see the timing in the right corner because I paused the video for a long time. Now once this is successful, let's come and check here. If we open, let's say this 8 item corporation, the button should be visible here. I added 2 buttons, one in the subgrid and one in the command bar of here. So let's just refresh it. First button was nothing but it was just test button, and in the subgrid is unlink. Okay, so coming here, it may take some time to reflect. Okay, and where we did, okay, sorry, so we have done in the contact, not here. So coming here, just duplicate the tab, go to the contact. Okay, now the button should be visible here. Okay, it's not, let me just refresh it. Okay, the button is not visible. Let me just check another one in the subgrid, right? If I see the related contacts, out of 2 button one is not visible, another one, okay, unlink. If you see here, unlink, it is visible. If you go to the button unlink, we have added the command, that's why unlink is visible. But if we see this one, test button, there is no any command. This is the reason the button is not getting visible. So make sure that whatever the buttons you have created, there should be a command attached with this. So just click on the publish button. Now it should be visible. Damn sure it's going to be visible. So I'm just going to pause the video, and going to resume soon. Okay, so the publish is successful. Let's just go to the contact and refresh it. It is going to be visible for sure. Okay, so once this button is visible, we are going to start another task, that is creating a JavaScript for to implement that logic of unlinking the account with the contact. Okay, hold on. Just let me refresh it back. Okay, so now you can see that we have a test button here, and in the account we have unlink button here. Okay, this is how you can create a button, a custom button, and you can add in your form, subgrid, or home grid. Okay, now going to another step, which is like on the click of this button, we have this. Oh, where is that? 1 second. Okay, so the functionality is like right now if you unselect this one, this button is visible, like unlink. But whenever I select any multiple records, the button is getting hidden. So for that, first of all, we need to add a condition, enable role. So let me just come here, in the ribbon workbench, go to your, here we have enable rules, click on yes. Okay, and the enable rule I'm just going to give sorry, not this one, it should be display rule. Okay, so in the display rule, click on add step, and here it should be in the selection, somewhere it should be value rule. Okay, well, not in display rule, but it should be in the enable rule. If you come here, let's give the name as, okay, let it be enable rule itself, add step, and selection count rule. So what it is going to do is, based on the selection, like if we are selecting one or two, so suppose if you want to make this button visible at least if one record is selected, and at the maximum 5 record is selected. If 10 record is selected, it will not be visible. All those things you can configure from here. So I'm just going to give minimum, it should be 1, maximum 5 or 10, whatever. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Click on the publish. Okay, so once it is published, right now I'm not going to make it publish. We have some other changes along with that only I'm going to do. So once you have added the selection rule, let's come to the command. Okay, and we have the here add display rule and add enable rule should be somewhere. Actions, hold on, add enable rule, and we have, which one is it? This one is nothing. Okay, enable one, fine. So coming here, add your enable rule. Okay, now you are going to publish it. Okay, once you publish it, this button will get visible on the selection of that records in the subgrid. Okay, now the other changes, like on the selection of this, if suppose this button is getting visible, on if I click on that, it should get the record ID, the GUID of, let's say, this account we have, right? It should get the GUID of this contact, and then it should pass it to that custom button, and the custom button should process the GUID and perform the actions. So if you remember from my last video, which was this one, hold on, which was like selecting multiple, okay, selecting multiple case records and batch printing them. Okay, this video should be available here after some time. So this video is just for one. So here in this video, what we did, we added the primary control. We have the option of CRM parameter. If you come here, you can see the option of add action. Okay, so we are going to work with the JavaScript action. So just click on that. Here we are going to develop a JavaScript. That library we need to give here, as well as the function name. But the main thing what I'm trying to tell you here is, in the previous video, if you see here, we have this CRM parameter is equal to primary control and whatever this other details. So this here we had created a button on the main form, but right now I want to trigger in the subgrid form, and that too based on the multiple selection. So for multiple selection, what you have to do is go to the add parameter, select CRM parameter, and here we have the option of C. First of all, we have primary control. So primary control, it is mainly used in the main form to pass the execution context. But right now I want to pass multiple records at once. So for that we have multiple options like selected control, selected item counts, and all. For us, we are going to pass the selected record, selected item ID, selected control, this one. So just select this one. And now just note this name. We are going to use this in our JavaScript. So once this is done, and right now we need the JavaScript that web resource name as well as function name. So I have already created a JavaScript which is going to trigger like whenever you click on this one, whenever you select, and here a button should be visible, right? So once you click on this, it will trigger. It will unlink this related contact from this contact from the account. Okay, so now let's come here, and for anything, whenever we need to create a new solution, if you have any other changes or not, so I'm going to just create a new solution, and I'm going to put that JavaScript as well as the whatever the configuration we need to do, it will be in the same solution, so that if you want to push it from your one instance to another instance or any higher instance, you can do it from there. So just come here and let's create a new solution. Give it as a name as button. Alright, button. pattern solution. Okay, so once done this, here also we just need account and contact. So coming here, we should never do any modification in the default solution. Okay, that's not recommended. So add existing. What we need account and contact. So we have the account here. Okay, I think we only need the account. Fine. Still for back safety we need contact. We have the contact here. Okay, click on OK. And here what we need the form. We need contact form to add the subgrid as well as to add the JavaScript web resource. Okay, so here we have the main form, I think, right? We have information. Okay, right now only one is selected. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna need account, sales insight, account form. Okay, I think because mainly whenever you open the account form, it is showing the sales insight, so that's why I'm taking this one by default. Nothing of this. Click on finish. Okay, so once this is done, now I need JavaScript. So click on the web resources. And okay, so let me just, I have already created a JavaScript. Let me show you first that, and let me walk you through that. Okay, not this one here. Let's create. Select the language. Let me just save it, and then I am going to walk you through this. Control S. Let's save it in the desktop itself and give it as name as Unlink Contact. Save it. Okay, so now coming to here, the function name is DeSelect Contact and selected items here. So this selected item is nothing but you saw in the ribbon workbench here we have given the selected items ID, right? So for this one we need to define only as a selected items here. Okay, suppose if you have given primary control or some whatever you have added in the ribbon workbench, same thing you need to pass it here in the JavaScript function as well. So the selected items